Happy the man whose wish and care a few paternal acres bound, content to breathe his native air in his own ground. Grumbar's the elemental god of earth, of solidarity, of changelessness and of oaths. He is also known as Earth Lord, as Gnarly One, as King of the land beneath the roots, and as Boss of the Earth. He is stable, unchanging bedrock, and rumbling, thunderous wrath against those who break their word. Uninterested in conversing with his followers, Grumbar's manifestations normally take the form of a terrible earthquake, of the shifting of tectonic plates, or of landslides that wipe a mountainside clean. Should he choose to take recognizable form, it tends to be in the shape of a massive and powerful 25-foot-tall earth elemental, with eyes that blaze red like rubies. The ground shakes as he walks, and his voice is like a great rumbling of boulders that deafen the ears of lesser beings. Grumbar is one of the 4 elemental lords, primordial beings that predate the gods, and who have always existed since the beginning of time, and are unchanged by history. As a distant and largely silent being, Grumbar dislikes change and resists progress. He keeps his vast sums of secret knowledge closely guarded, as he jealously guards the mineral wealth of the earth. And while he has no interest in leading a religion, he grants spells to those who worship him, for their devotion increases his power. Grumbar keeps passing company with other gods of the earth, such as Geb, the Mulhorandi god of miners, Garl Glittergold, the patron of the gnomes, Dumath the Wind, the dwarven god of the dead, Adaguer, the grey dwarven god of artisans, and Urogalan, the halfling god of death. But while he has no strong ties with other deities, he does carry on a secret romantic relationship with Luthik, the orcish matron of caves, unbeknownst to her husband Grumash, the patron of the orcs. He also battles always against the insubstantial Akkadi, the primordial of air, for they are diametrically opposed in all ways. Grumbar dwells within the elemental plane of earth, and his realm is known as the Great Mountain. where the mountain and him are one and the same. To draw Grumbar's attention is ill-advised for mortal beings, as his last recorded manifestation in the year 1369 by Dale reckoning caused the creation of the Great Rift in the Shah, a massive tear in the earth which is now inhabited by a great kingdom of gold dwarves. And yet, his blessings are rich, taking the form of protective magic or of knowledge of mineral wealth, though whom he grants his favor to seems to be chosen entirely at random. Grumbar is a greater deity, and his true neutral alignment speaks to his indifference to all things beneath him. He grants his clerics the nature, the order, or the knowledge domain, and they turn and destroy undead, returning the walking dead to their rightful earthen graves. His chosen weapon is a stony fist, while his casters train in stone warhammers, shaped in imitation of his wrathful blows. His holy time is the dawn, when his divine casters pray for spells by giving thanks to the earth for remaining stable while they slumbered. The followers of the Earth Lord are known as Grumbaran, and they beg for the favor of the gnarly one with sacrifices of sardonyx, jasper, and other precious things from the earth. Grumbaran hold up the observance of oaths as the greatest of all virtues, with the breaking of a promise, just cause for their expulsion from the faith. Grumbaran are expected to pray twice daily, once upon rising, beside the divine casters begging for spells, and again in the evening before retiring. The nomadic people of the Horde lands know Grumbar in a feminine form by the name of Etugan, and they believe that she is the source of all blessings, from the rains to the growth of their herds, to the source of a good hunt. The main festival of Grumbaran worship is midwinter, where gratitude is shown for another year of survival on Grumbar's earth, where plans are made for the coming year, and once made, these plans are unchanging and unyielding as the rock. His clerics are known as the Oathbound, and they organize themselves into small sects known as holds, consisting of 7 clerics, supported by 7 monks and 7 rangers, with as many lay followers as is reasonable. Holds are strictly organized with little to no contact between them, but otherwise the Oathbound may be found preaching against sea and air travel, arguing that there is more than enough exploration to be had with one's feet planted firmly upon the ground. They also rail against any changes to the social order or new infrastructure that affects the form of the earth, such as the building of dams or of strip mining. Grumbar and monks are known as cornerstones, and specialty priests are known as Earthwalkers, who are chosen from among the most powerful clergy to undertake an important ritual known as the Brotherhood of the Earth, whereby, after a day of fasting and of prayer, the Earthwalkers will summon forth an earth elemental from the plane of Earth and shower it with gifts of gold, of gems, and of mineral wealth to return to the Earth Lord. Multi-classing clerics are rare, as to split one's attention seems to show a lack of constancy. But where it occurs, their favored multi-class are fighters, rangers, or monks. While their clerical vestments are designed to make one appear larger and broader, to give the imposing appearance of stability, with broad, stiffened leather shoulder pads, platform clogs, and voluminous brown robes, fastened by a broad leather belt, as well as a large hood or hat. When adventuring, they seek out the bulkiest, heaviest armor that they can acquire. When entering the church, the oath-bound take up the oath of land walking, swearing to never travel by boat or by air. Sea travel is allowed only when it bestows a great benefit to the Grumbaran Church, such as the creation of a new temple, the discovery of a new earth-based creature, or the acquisition of important mineral wealth. Yet only the most life-threatening of circumstances would cause the oath-bound to take to the air, and even then it would most likely result in the loss of spells until they atone for their weakness in resolve. Novice priests are known as the Unspoken, while the ranks of the Oathbound are Faithful Bedrock, Granite Flagstone, Righteous Rock, Buttress of the Faith, Steadfast Pillar, Devoted Tribune, Loyal Architrave, Founding Fist, Unchanging Bastion, Surmounting Arch, Loyal Vault, and finally, Keystone of Grumbar. Though they are rare, Grumbaran stone temples may be found across mountain ranges, including upon the spine of the world, which stretches across the northwestern border of Faerun, as well as the giant Spire Mountains between Damara and Narfell, and the Muaragal Mountains, which form the eastern border of Halrua. The Earth Lord's steadfast orders include the disciples of the Changeless Face, a stoic group of monks who gather knowledge to counter any attempts to change the way of things. While the Sardonyx Knights are a crusading order who guard the temples and the holy sites of Grumbar and punish those who break their oaths. In my world, everything is changing, and to Grumbar, this is a sign of the end times. Most sacrilegious are the heretics of the Sunset Vale, who believe that the earth was remade, and now no old laws remain. They claim that Grumbar is gone, and their goddess Brenya now holds domain over the earth and over life itself. That she is the source of all magic, fused within every being and every stone, and all connections to the gods exist by her mercy. And yet, they outlaw prayer to her, for they fear waking her with prayers, believing that the eruption of the great volcano that wiped the nation of Halrua from the earth was her stirring to eject an evil god from the earth, and fear the wrath of the mountains they should, for there is but one Lord of the earth, and he is Grumbar, and his stony fist will wipe the world clean of their miscreants. The bedrock of Grumbaran faith speaks unchangingly thus: Grumbar is perfect, Grumbar is eternal, and Grumbar is unchanging. Strive to be like Grumbar, unyielding and unwilling to sit idly by as change occurs. One's word, once given, is stone, and forms the foundation upon which all civilization is built. But if that word is broken, the world becomes unstable, as cracks spread throughout the bedrock. And finally, the Grumbaran should spread their faith across the earth, demonstrating the peerless stability and safety that comes with stone, and with unflinching devotion to him, Grumbar.